Bonjour à tous. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today we are going to talk about articles in French. And so you can kind of see I've divided my paper into half here. We've already talked about indefinite articles, meaning a, an, or some. But today we're going to talk about definite articles, which mean the. So we're going to start off reviewing indefinite, and then we're going to finish our video today with definite. So, real quick review, indefinite articles in French mean a, an, or some, right? So we're talking about some of many, or an apple out of all of the entire apples in the world, or a dog out of all the dogs in the world. Now, in French, there are three main indefinite articles. The first one being un. And un is used for things that are masculine and singular. The next one is une, and une is used for things that are feminine. And we can usually pick out which ones are feminine by applying that rule that it'll probably end in an E. About 8 out of 10 times will it end in an E. Our last main one is day. Day. And day is the plural, meaning two or more. And plural things are usually going to end in S or X. So that can kind of help us out there. Let's do one or two real quick examples. So I'm going to move my paper up so you guys can see the bottom of it. And so the first example that I want to do is I have, so j'ai, and then we're going to say a dog. All right, so looking at our word chien, we can apply the rule. It doesn't end in an S or an X, so it's probably not going to be plural. It doesn't end in an E, so it's probably not going to be feminine. So we can apply the rule and say that chien is masculine. So, j'ai un chien. Now, one important thing to remember about indefinite articles, those all become de in the negative. So when you see ne pas, they all change to de. All of them change to de in the negative. Let's do an example and say, I don't have a dog. So we're going to say, je n'ai pas blank chien. So to say, I don't have a dog, we have that ne and pas in our sentence. So we can take our article and it changes to de. So je n'ai pas de chien. All right, let's switch gears and let's talk about definite articles now. So definite articles have kind of the same concept. Definite articles in French mean the. They're specific. They're very specific. All right, so let's learn what the definite articles are in French. Now, just like with indefinite, there are specific ones for masculine and feminine and plural, but there's also an additional one that we're going to learn here in just a little bit. Let's start off with the masculine. Now, definite articles, the masculine one is le. Le is the masculine. Our next one is la, and la is the feminine. And remember, feminine words are usually going to end in that E. Our next one is the plural, and the plural is les. Les. And so that is two or more, and it is usually going to end in S or X, right? So those are the plural ones. The last one that is new is going to be one for a vowel, meaning if your person or your place or whatever you're talking about starts with A, E, I, O, or U, or an H in French. And so that one is L apostrophe, and that one goes with the vowel. All right. This one is both masculine and feminine, but it is singular. Singular only. So the minute that your item becomes feminine or plural, you're going to use les. You only use this L apostrophe if you're talking about something that's singular. Now, just opposite of what the indefinite articles did in the negative, these all stay the same with the ne and pas. So these don't change. You don't have to worry about changing them like you did with indefinite. So let's do a couple examples together. Our first one that we are going to do is a sentence, and we're going to say, Madame is a, and then the teacher. So Madame is the teacher. So looking at our sentence, you're going to have to decide what article we should put there. Now we should technically look at prof, but remember, prof doesn't have both genders for their articles, so their agreement. So we're going to use Madame as our clue. And so because Madame is feminine, we are going to need la. So we say Madame est la prof. Madame is the teacher. All right, next one we're going to say is the dog. The dog. All right, so apply that rule. Look at that word and tell me which definite article we should use. Le, excellent, le chien. All right, and let's do one more. Let's say I love cats. I love cats. So j'adore blank chat. All right, so now we need to figure out what article we should put in there. Looking at our word, it ends in an S. So we need to make our article plural, and we're going to use les. J'adore les chats. Hopefully this video is pretty easy to understand. There will be lots of practice on these coming in the future, but this should be a real quick intro to them and shouldn't be too hard, especially since we've already learned the indefinite articles and we mastered those. So definite articles should definitely be pretty easy. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. C'est tout et à plus.